So, it is now 8 o'clock Pacific time, and I took a little break because I had registered for a seed giveaway over at the Garden State Gardener. So I wanted to see if I was going to win. And I did. One of many winners. And apparently I was idle too long or had my video paused too long. It was a 2-hour show and you had to be present to win. The good news is I did not win ladybugs. I love ladybugs. However, I'm fairly certain that the powers that be at my apartment complex would not appreciate me having ladybugs in my apartment. That and my dog would probably eat them. And the minute I opened the door, they'd all escape. So it was just all kinds of a bad idea. But, however, I did get to choose what I won. So I picked some wildflower mix from True Leaf seeds. So I'm very excited about getting that in the mail. And in the process of looking through all my videos, I realized that the video I had with all of my seeds that I got in didn't get posted, and I can't find it on my phone. I think I did it on my daughter's phone, and that phone died. So I apparently lost that video, and it was like a good hour-long video. I have seeds from Eden Brothers and my gardener, some seeds that were picked up from last year from the Dollar Tree and Walmart, and my seeds from Baker's Creek, of course. So, I am probably going to do another video showing you all of the seeds that I have. I have a bunch of seeds that I also purchased in a huge box, almost 50 seeds somewhere missing in my house. And I'm really hoping that one of my home care aides did not throw away my seeds, because that was a lot of money worth of seeds. So I'm going to get on that in a minute. However, I never got to finish my Passover seed sowing because I apparently paused the video for too long to see if I could win some seeds. Totally worth it, but here's part 2. Okay, so I said all that just to tell you that. Continuing on here with our little seed sowing. These are just little cups. I think these had like strawberries or something. The kids got food over the summer. And I saved them all, sterilized them, and they've been sitting in a box waiting to be used. Well, seems like a good time to use them. They all have little holes in the bottom because, again, I bottom water. So when I bottom water these, which won't be for a while, it's quite moist, I can just take them out, and I have another little container that I call my drying container. And that way they will be able to drain, but they'll also be able to soak up water when it's time to water them, which won't be for a while. Now, what I've planted in here, and by the way, if you are not aware, chamomile seeds are very small. So I don't know how many are planted in each of there, but I guess we'll figure it out. These are my Baker's Creek, and I see I've got, there, that's better. They're called Zlody Lawn. Who knows how to say that? Baker's Creek has all kinds of names of plants I can't say. But this is a type of chamomile. And it looked really pretty, so I bought it. And now I've planted it into quite a bit of seeds because they're very small, into these 3 little cups. And I've already made a tag for it. See, there's the tag. There's also my keys. Now you know where my keys are if you know, decide to come find me. Anyways, so that's what we're going to do with this, is I'm going to cover it like I have all the others. And let me show you those, because I thought I was recording earlier and I didn't realize that it had timed me out. So here's the pretty little red container I had from the last video. And I decided to put the Tom Thumb lettuce from Eden Brothers in here. And I covered it up. Taped it up with some saran wrap. Kind of make a little humidity dome there. This is what I was working on when my phone decided to time itself out. I did end up putting purple Vienna kohlrabi and both of these sets right here. And then I put my white bush scallop squash in this one, which is pretty much a white patty pan. I don't know why they had to make everything so difficult, but that's how that is set up. And it's also, as you can tell, got the plastic wrap taped up very well. And no more little flies have come out, so I think we're doing pretty good on that one. No flies at all tried to escape from this one, so I'm fairly certain, since they're both the same potting mix, that those little guys just got in there while I was trying to fiddle around with the plastic wrap that wanted to attach to everything but what I wanted it to attach to. These are some more little containers that I put holes in. Uh-oh. I didn't put a hole in the bottom of that one. I'm going to have to fix that. Rectify that situation. I didn't put holes on the bottom of this one either. So, it can soak up the water from the bottom watering but not drain out. We'll have to fix that. Don't know how that happened. But these are just yogurt cups, and they do have holes in the bottom and on the sides. Make sure, yes, all of them do. Okay. And these are actually what they're sitting in. What I'm going to be bottom watering them with is just a lid to, I think it was a salad I got from Wendy's. Oh no, this is the bottom to the salad from Wendy's, and this is the top. Yes, salad from Wendy's. This is how you can do this on the cheap, is just save these things. Don't hoard them. I've been accused of being a hoarder. But I put everything that I hoard, save, upcycle, recycle, reuse, whatever you want to call it, that's what I do with it. And I save them throughout the year, and then when it comes planting time, I have cheap little things that I can plant in. This right here is actually my overflow from my pantry. I prepare food, and I like to have extras, just in case, something happens, like, oh, I don't know, giant tanker gets stuck in the Suez Canal, or some virus gets let loose on the world. So if any of my friends in my complex know, if they run out of something, they usually come to me, and I usually have it. So right now, if they're asking for eggs, all they're going to get is one of the 8 gallons of frozen eggs I have in my freezer. I did not freeze them myself. They were donated to me and given to me. And so I have 8 gallons, literally. Oh no, 4 gallons, 16 quarts. So, in my freezer. This is what we call Big Mama. She's also what I tell my kids when I need them to go get something. Go to the short freezer. This is Big Daddy. He's got most of the prepared meals in here, and vegetables in the bottom. It's very disorganized. I totally need to do, oh yeah, I need to do like inventory and everything on this. I just have been a little busy and fallen behind, but I got this idea right here from our half-acre homestead. I think it's Life with the Volfies now, I'm not sure. But Miss Bev gave me this idea of making my food ahead of time, which I already did. But then to cook it, and you see I would put it in these things right here. Well, this way I don't have to cook it. A lot of these meals are uncooked. These up top. These are already cooked, but then I froze them for really simple and easy. And I drink a lot of orange juice. So do my kids. They like the orange juice and the cranberry juice and little smoothies and slushy things they make. So, yeah, I really need to get a hand on that. But yeah, there's some of the eggs. Here's some more eggs up here. The only problem I have with them is the fact that you have to let them defrost in the fridge for like 3 days. And so unless I'm planning ahead of time, like having a big meal with family or something, without social distancing or masks, because that's just how I roll. I'm from Florida. And so that's all I have to say about that. Pretty much, I'm not going to open Big Mama because she needs to rest over there. So, what else do I have? Okay, this is more of my growing area. This is one of my Aunt Ruby's German green tomatoes because, like I said, I'm a southern girl. I like my green tomatoes. And these are actually made to be green. So that's great. And I see my little dog doing something. Who knows what he's up to? There he is. He's a vagrant. He ran. This is another one of my tomatoes. He needs to be watered. Another one of the German green tomatoes. I know they're all German green tomatoes because that's all I did this year. These are some loofah gourds. And these were given to me by Elisa from Sutton's Days. SUTTONSDAZE. And I'm part of her Pantry Pals group. And she asked if anybody wanted some loofah gourd seeds. So I said, sure, thinking, maybe 5 or 6. She gave me about 20. And then I found out after listening to quite a few people, like M.I. Gardner, Next Level Gardening, I think Epic Gardener, and Stiver's Homestead, STIVER''S Homestead. They all covered how to do loofahs, so they don't like their roots disturbed after they've germinated, so I've already went through the hassle of cutting some slits in there, but these need to be bottom watered real bad. I'm not really sure what that is, but it was growing in a bucket, and it looked like it was going to die, so I plucked it out of there and put it in some coconut coir. The coconut coir is not really doing good for me. But we won't go into that. There's something growing in there, I don't know what. This is my sticky trap. Yeah, that's just from 2 days. That's how bad the fungus gnats are in my house. I think I eradicate them and then a bunch more hatch and kill my babies. This is actually my red leaf lettuce. And that's the coconut core. Underneath that layer of coconut core is a mix of my well-aged compost and 2 parts compost and 1 part of worm castings. And I'm not sure why it's not doing so good. No idea. Anyways, I believe these are my rainbow okra. Somebody, where is he at? Vagrant dog. Somebody reached up and got all the popsicle sticks I had labeled my seedlings with. And so, yeah, he's hiding. He knows he's in trouble. Oh, there he is over there. Anyways, this is my potting mix right down there. And I didn't realize it was raining earlier, so it got a little wetter than I wanted it to. And I noticed down at the bottom it's really wet, so I'm going to have to get some of the dry compost and mix it in there with it. But I'm not going out there right now because there's some kind of crazy windstorm going on. And it's been going on since like 1 o'clock this afternoon. And yeah, I had to bring in a bunch of stuff because it was blowing around and one of my grow bags I think may have blown off. So there we go. I only had like 2 sets of 12. No, 1 set of 12 and a set of 15. So yeah, I had 27 of them. Now I probably have 26. Who knows? If somebody finds it, bless them. So let's move right along here. Alright, this is the little pine tree that, I don't know, a chipmunk or something had dug up at the Children's Hospital when I was there last Monday. This, I'm not really sure. That wasn't a package marked mystery seeds. But it's leaning towards the light, so I may need to change that light around. These are doing pretty good. I think these are my okras. I'm not sure. There's another little mystery seed. And as you can see, there's little guys flying around. There's one of the garlic that I couldn't fit in my other bin. And this is my sweet potato slip that finally, oh my goodness, it wasn't growing in the way that people tell you to, put it in water and all that. Well, it was growing roots, but it never grew the pretty, foliage. But I may be having to repot that because I noticed that its roots are like right there. So I may just cut the bottom off because they don't like their roots messed with either. But isn't it so pretty? Alrighty then. These down here, there's another tomato. I really like green tomatoes. In case you haven't figured that out. There's some heads to some beets. Now these I just planted from the tops of beets I had purchased. And, oh no. There were 3 of them in here and I think my dog ate one. This is also a vermicompost bin. I don't think there's anything under this. No, there's not, but there will be soon. That was my candy stripe zinnias. Oh, there's some coming up again. The one that was in there died. There's a little bitty one right there. There's some mold there. I got to get that out. Don't know what that's all about. Not sure what that is. Who knows? Again, the little vagrant dog ate its name tag. I don't know what these are. They look like little wasps, but I am not going to stick my hand down on that trap to see. That right there, if you haven't listened to some of the other videos, is how I feed my worms. It's got its bottom cut out. I put the food in my Ninja, and I don't put any water in it because it's like lettuce and stuff like that that's been in the freezer. So I swirl it up in there till it's really small, and then I put it in there and use that to water the bottom layer of the soil for the worms. And there's some lettuce. Some romaine that didn't make it because it got frozen in my refrigerator. And there's one of my little fly traps. That's actually apple juice. That one's apple juice. They don't like vinegar, my fungus gnats. That is a rock that my daughter Maggie painted. She likes to paint rocks. She got it on us from her mother. I like to collect rocks. She likes to collect them and paint them. So, I woke up this morning and this is my potatoes, which they've been doing that for a while, growing. That's bone meal. But this right here was some dino bites, and I don't know if this spilled over and caused the mold, but I got to get that out of there or it'll kill my potatoes. And I don't want that. I've had enough things die on me lately. This is actually a cutting from the Irish Iced tomato that my mother gave me last year for my Mother's Day and birthday. And this is actually the only one that survived so far. That's not mold, that's just fuzz from Silly Boy's little toy that he ate. There's something growing down there, but I may have to pluck it out of there and repot it to get it to grow because it's kind of just stunted there. Another trap. I had some beans that sprouted up in my vermicompost bin while it was covered, and I did figure out that they were beans, and I was going to record it, and I was like, no, I'll just do it tomorrow because it was late, and I had little bean pods coming up. The next day, the entire plant was laying over and was dead. So, and I know the dog didn't do that. It's these little vermin, these stupid flies. And it's so upsetting to me. These are turned around. I think they're my gold ball turnips. Yes, these are gold ball turnips. And they were sown on, oh, let me see, 3/12. Because they were sown the same day as the Black Magic Kale back there. Black Magic Kale. I don't remember what I planted in there. So I have to look through my seeds because, again, you can even see where he took the popsicle stick out. Right there. So this is actually my lettuce microgreens. I just don't remember what kind. Oh, it's a leaf blend lettuce. So that's going quite nicely, and it feels like it needs to be watered again. Yes, it does. Okay. This is something that looks like it's probably dead. It needs to be watered too. Whatever it is. There is another little tomato. That is the one that my dog tried to eat. So I had to repot it. I just dug the hole a little deeper and put it back in there a little further. I gotta get rid of these. I don't know if maybe I'm just gonna like cover that up with some saran wrap and I have no idea. I have tried everything, but there's worms in this bin. I don't know if there's worms in this bin, but these are my lavender that I did cold stratify for 6 weeks in the snow. And, okay, I see right there some mold. That's because the little cup I was trying to catch the flies in dumped over a little, so I got to get that out of there. This is why you spend time with your garden every day, so you can see these problems. That was was a kale that I had planted in there, but fungus gnats. So it's a real big problem that I'm having. I didn't have fungus gnats till one of my aides could not find my usual potting mix and got me Miracle Grow, and I did not realize, being a person that usually is used to gardening outdoors where the birds come along and eat the bugs, that you needed to inoculate them. I learned that from the Rusted Gardener, Mr. Gary over there. I wish I had watched those before I planted things. So now I inoculate everything. The problem is I'm having a problem ending their life cycle. So this is actually another worm bin. This is the bin from the video, another worm bin. Wait a second. No, it's not. This is just a worm bin. This is my Scottish curled leaf kale, and it was sown on the 21st, and so today's the 28th, so this is just growth from 1 week. These are my daughter Maggie's Autumn Beauty sunflowers. They are a smaller sunflower. I was going to eat these as microgreens and just save 1 or 2, but not that many came up. So I'm probably going to take these 2 big ones right here and put them in one of my 7.5 gallon cloth pots, and I thought something was growing there, and so that's probably what I'll do with at least 2 of those. This one's shorter, but it's at least open, and I'm afraid that they're going to die because of these little bugs. Oi. So this is where I planted my Mizuna Red Streaks mustard. And as you can see, nothing's growing. That white stuff there is not mold. That is the crushed oyster shell for my worms for grit in their gut. There is a little piece of lettuce that's planted down there. Not really planted. It's just there for my worms. So, under here is some more worm stuff where I feed my worms. Another container with the bottom cut out. Maybe that's why those are growing so good. Who knows? But anyways, I think that's pretty much it for what I've got going on here, because everything is inside. The wind is really bad out there, and I didn't want it to carry my plants off. So, everything got brought inside. Let's go plant some more. Let's see what we can plant today. Or tonight, because it's 8:30 at night. Alright, so there's our chamomile. And it's got plastic wrap and it's well taped. Make sure no critters get in there and kill the little darlings. And next we're going to start on, as soon as I find a place to put this tray. Okay, there we go. Next, we are going to start on this. Now, these are some more these are paper towel rolls. Actually, that's why they're taller. I found one of my loofah gourds was growing in the little container, but it hadn't popped up yet. So I went ahead and put it in there, and it'll stay in there until I put it in its permanent home. Hopefully I didn't kill it. Uh-oh. Well, we'll see how that goes. Alrighty then. These just have the moist potting soil in them. And as you can see, that it's very moist. So now I've got to figure out what I'm going to put in these little containers. Maybe I will stick some of this delicata in there. Now this is one of my Baker's Creek heirloom seeds. It's a winter squash. It's delicata. So we're going to put one in here, one in there, one in there, and one in there. So that'll be 4 plants if they all come up. Hopefully they will. Alright, so now we have 3 small toilet paper containers that have delicata seed in, just one. This one right here, of course, is my loofah gourd. And this is another delicata right here. So I'm going to go ahead and tape this up, but because I do have the loofah in there, I'm going to put a small hole in the top. Just a small one. Maybe. I'm going to put a small one in there. Ah, got it. Okay. That will let some air in there, but hopefully keep the fungus gnats out. Alright. Now we're moving to probably our last planting for the evening. It is 9:30 and I'm getting tired and I'm losing my voice. So, this is my hyssop and nice from Baker's Creek. And it says at least 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost date. And well-drained, sterile seed starting mix. Well, I've done that. Keeping uniformly moist until sprouts appear. So, let's get this planted. We're going to put 2 in each of these little containers. And then when they sprout, I will put them into a bigger pot. Alright, here we go. Okay, well those are really small seeds, so I did the best I could at getting 3 to 4 in there, and now we're just going to cover them up. When I put the potting soil in these, I did press them down. I apologize for losing my voice. And now we're just going to cover the little seeds up as best I can. Just pressing the soil down, really. Make sure you don't have any seeds on your fingers. Alright. And now we're going to cover these up with my magic plastic wrap. And